Thank you.
We're recording.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our District 54 webinar, A Strategic Marketing Plan for All. I am Becky Zenko, District 54's Public Relations Manager and your presenter for this webinar this evening. Thank you for joining us this evening as we share the 2018-2019 marketing plan and all of its details. We will have a question and answer session at the end of this presentation, and all participants will be muted until that time. The webinar is being recorded and will be available on the website for those who are unable to attend. Very early on in this Toastmaster year, it was very, very clear that something needed to be done. Something new, something different. Clubs were and still are losing members, and the district is losing clubs. Again, I say we needed to do something new and different. In response to the need to support our District 54 clubs, the Strategic Planning Committee, which is comprised of former district directors and district governors, called the District 54 Public Relations Manager, that's me, the immediate past district director, Angie Mullen, and our social media coordinator, John Blasi, to put together a comprehensive plan, a marketing plan that would determine the best use of budgeted funds in an outreach effort to market Toastmasters within our district communities. This plan would, one, raise awareness and interest about Toastmaster program in our District 54 communities. Two, it would bring in interested parties into our clubs as visitors and guests. And three, ultimately, those guests would become members, and our clubs will grow and our district will become stronger. It truly is a win-win opportunity for everyone. In the past, clubs were solely responsible for marketing their own clubs through public relation activities. Embracing this plan, the district is stepping up to the plate by investing funds to get the word out about what a great organization Toastmasters is. This webinar will get you up to speed and raring to go. So with that, let's begin with our targeted objectives. The strategic marketing plan has been developed into 3 phases. As you can see here, phase 1 is preparation, research, and education. Phase 2 is the implementation, and phase 3 is a review and a refocus. The completion of each phase will provide many opportunities to market your clubs and increase membership. Everyone has a role. Club members, club officers, and district officers. Together, we can make this happen. And the best part is this plan lays the groundwork for a repeatable process that benefits your club and grows your membership every year. Again, everybody has a job to do. And in phase 1, there's a lot to do. Prepare, research, and educate. The committee, and when I say committee here, I am talking about myself and Angie Mullen and John Blasi. We're working on behalf of the district, and the club members are working for their clubs. District 54 Marketing Committee is looking at the website with webmaster Jordan Sovereign and making changes that will be appealing to the prospective member or the inquiring visitor. Likewise, we hope that the VP of PRs or club webmasters are looking at their websites Do you have your meeting location and days and times on the front page? I visited a few websites, club websites, and I found that there were some that had great Toastmaster information, but did not have good club information. It's really important to know that when you have someone come to your website, they're looking for direct information. They want to know where your meeting is, what time your meeting is, and how often you meet. And we strongly feel that that needs to be up front on your website. Also, you will want to consider, actually we strongly encourage you to put some contact information for your club officers in case your online visitors have questions about your club. Don't have a website? Free Toast Host is a wonderful format for marketing your club. Need help getting started? We can put you in touch with the right folks to get your club webpage going. I'd like to send out a word of thanks to our area and division directors for working with their clubs on this task. We're also looking at our district social media outlets, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, etc. If your club is not on Facebook or LinkedIn, please consider this opportunity. Ponder this. If our social media coordinator, John Blasi, puts a post on Facebook, and every District 54 member who's on Facebook shared that post with their families and their friends, consider the reach that we could have with just a simple click of a share button. This is the exciting part. We're planning to launch a club video Toastamonial contest around December 1st. And the winner of that contest will be featured on the front page of the District 54 website. I want you to watch for the launch. The details should be coming out in just a couple of days. We want the video to be limited to just 1 or 2 minutes, just like a table topics question. But we feel that it would be effective for our District 54 website visitors who can see just what Toastmasters has done for all of us. The district has purchased marketing and club promotion kits for all of your clubs. We want you to use those when you have a guest night or open house. And we were hoping to get these distributed as early as the December DEC meeting, but it may be a little longer. At this point, we're putting together digital press packages complete with sample press releases and media contest lists. And I want to just stop right here and talk a minute about an HPL project that's currently in process led by Division A Director Ron Cordy. He's looking for some help, and if you could find the contact information for the TV, radio, and newspapers in your club's town, and send it on to Ron for compilation into a district media contest list. This way, we have a whole list to hand off to our VP of PRs, and it just makes it easier for them as they begin to do marketing activities for their clubs. Wouldn't it be great to go to a list that had, oh, here's my TV station, and here's the phone number and the contact person I need to get a hold of. It just would make those marketing activities so much easier. Clubs, we want you to watch for those details on the advertising blitz. That's what we're working on now. When this advertising blitz comes out, we're going to want you to plan a guest night or an open house. We want you to make a video. Use those marketing materials that the district has given to your club. Attend district trainings. They're free. It just doesn't get any better than free. And right now, the committee is researching advertising methods and determining which method, be it newspapers, bus signs, theater ads, billboards, public service announcements. We're going to figure out what gets the farthest and most populous reach for the dollars that we have available. We hope that you'll share this plan and all of its benefits and opportunities with your club members. Everybody needs to be ready for meeting guests and visitors. This is very important. Ask your guests, how did they learn about your club? The committee will be looking for that info in phase 3. John Blasi has put together a Google form just for this purpose. And we'll let you know when that link becomes available. Next, let's move on to phase 2, the implementation. The committee will purchase the most effective advertising and run it in the February-March timeframe. That's been our plan pretty much since the beginning. This would be an ideal time for clubs to act in conjunction by planning club outreach events, in other words, like guest nights and open house, etc. Clubs are encouraged to watch for more information on when the advertising is to be executed and align your events accordingly. So if the advertising is going out, let's say it goes out mid-February, you're probably going to want to plan to have an open house in the next couple weeks or the next 30 days. Plan, promote, and execute these events. Don't forget to invite your friends and your family. Write a press release and send it to your newspapers. Put it on the newspaper's calendar of events. And then, when the guests and the visitors do come, at the meeting, you're going to want to get the guests' contact information and their feedback on the meeting and encourage them to come back and, of course, invite them to join. After the meeting, you'll want to follow up with those guests. Don't just hope they return. Reach out and stay in touch. And then in phase 3, we're going to review the program and refocus if needed. The committee is counting on you, the clubs, to provide us with your successes, things that didn't go maybe as well as you wanted them to, and opportunities for improvement. We'll take all your feedback, analyze the success of this marketing plan with the data that we've collected, and then we'll implement improvements for the next year. This is a team effort. It will take all of us to pull together to get things done and be ready when the interested, the inquiring, the intrigued, and the inspired come walking through your club meeting doors. And together, we can do this. So let's take a step back a minute to review an open house and a guest night. Again, we encourage you to pick a date and a time and a location. Publicize it, publicize it, publicize it. Use your press release kit, and we'll be sending those out to you digitally sometime in the next 30 days. And hopefully we'll have the media content list as well. There is a link on this frame that www.usnpl.com. It's a nifty little frame, so if you want to give Ron help on there, look up the newspapers, the radio stations, and the television stations, and see if you can get those numbers and pass that on to Ron, because I know that he would appreciate some help with that. Use your marketing materials. Angie Mullen spent a lot of time really considering what would be effective to put in the kits that we're sending out to clubs. And we're pretty excited about being able to provide that to you. And one more, check and see if your local radio station does public service announcements. I believe that they do those for free. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me if you have any questions or you need any guidance or help. If I don't know the answer, I'll find you the answer. So let's get ready. Let's get our websites in order. District 54 is working on our District 54 website. Some of the things that we're going to put on it is what is a Toastmaster, the district vision statement, the club mission statement, the new district logo, and our Toastamonio video, front page contest winner. And that's in District 54 clubs, again, do you have a website? Are you ready to start one? We'll get you help with that. And make sure that your meeting days, time, and locations is in a prominent area so that people can write down your information and make plans to visit your club. And make sure you have your officer contact information available. Let's have fun. Let's embrace this opportunity. We'll improve our district and our club programs, and we'll dazzle our guests. And together, we'll grow our membership and strengthen our district. It takes teamwork. It takes all of us. So let's do this. It really is a strategic marketing plan that benefits all of us. And that concludes my presentation. So, Chris, can we open this up for questions, please?
Hello, Miss
The
Becky.
audience is now unmuted.
Thanks.
Miss Becky,
Yes.
that's Helen Haynes.
Hello, Helen Haynes.
I just want to know, is it a way I can get a copy of this presentation so I can like make a copy of it and discuss it with my club without trying to remember what I saw?
Yes, absolutely. First of all, this is being recorded and it will be available on the, should be available on the website. I'm going to get in the next week.
You're misunderstanding me. I don't want a copy of the recording. I want a copy of the pictures.
Would you like me to email that to you?
If you will, please.
I certainly will.
Thank you. That was my only question.
Any other questions?
Yeah, Becky, this is Tom Willison.
Hi,
And
Tom.
I'm on the phone. I didn't see the I wasn't able to see the slides because I'm out of state right now, but it was great listening just to the audio, but I would like a copy of the PowerPoint as well.
Okay.
Just to reinforce this, you know, and various things I got going on around the district and my clubs.
Sure. I'm going to write all of, I of course can't find a pen, but I'm going to write down, put all your names in my.
For those of you who are in the Zoom meeting, if you were to click the button that says raise hand, that will give us an idea of who is interested in having a copy of the PowerPoint presentation, or if you could put it into the group chat, that would be greatly appreciated.
Where would I see the raise hand button?
It's right next to mute.
It's under more on mine, so.
Yes.
No, I don't have a raise hand button, Chris. I got a mute, start video, invite participants, share, record. That's all I see.
We've got you down already, Helen. So
Okay, thank you.
Who is KB5J, by the way?
I was wondering the same thing. Sounds like a ham license.
Wonderful. And S. Spence, who is that by any chance?
Is this KB Liz Costello?
We've got Liz Coletto, their information. So, all right, thank you very much.
Oh.
This is
Becky?
Tom again. Oh, go ahead.
That's all right. Go ahead, Tom.
Okay, I thought I was talking over someone. As we went through this and, just timing it out, it was 15 minutes of a lot of good information. Is part of the plan perhaps to hold these periodically throughout the year to provide updates or to just get out anything as it's developed to those of us who, are benefiting from it? It's short, it's sweet, gets to the point. I was just thinking, and maybe you've planned this, but it might be kind of good to do this periodically in the same way, as far as getting the word out, and so the clubs will have a constant connection with the district leadership.
Well, I understand that. I would imagine that I would be reporting it in my public relations report at least once a month. So it would be recorded there. But yeah, we can definitely consider doing that.
Yeah, I don't know how many people got on. When I got on around 8, and it stated to me it was over 10. But that may just be, through phone like I got in. It could be a lot more. It'd be interesting to see how much we had on the phone tonight. And
we
it's
have
just another way to consider. How many?
17.
Okay. To start.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Becky, this is Ron Cordy. So I would imagine what not the total endpoint is, but I am assuming that we want to have a marketing kit for each club. I would think that they would be able to, so they don't have to reinvent the wheel, and kind of give them directions on, what's looked for in the website. Here's how you can do a press release, multiple things on helping them out, how to do, I don't want to say it's a standardized marketing program, but at least, you're not starting from ground zero when you get elected VPPR. Have like a marketing kit for each club. Is that one of the endpoints or one of the goals of this?
Yes, absolutely it is. I guess that raises a good point on, we're going to provide this digital kit and this marketing kit. We're going to provide it at least once this year, and how is that going to be continued on into the years as it goes along? How do you maintain that digital file?
Right. I think that'd be a good thing to do.
Yeah, I agree. Cece, you have
Hey,
a
Becky,
question?
this is Cece.
Hi, Cece.
Yeah. Hello. I'm curious how you're going to distribute the information in the digital kit. Is that going to go out to all VPPRs? Is it going to go to all club officers? Is it going down through the deck meeting, through the district and the division and the area, or how's it going to be distributed?
I foresaw the digital kits as going out via email
To
I would guess the VP of PRs first off, but I would say that in the communications that I had with this particular webinar, I included all of the district officers as well as all of the club officers. So I would envision that we would provide it at least that way too.
That would be a good idea, because sometimes you get people that are inactive in the club. If it happens to be the VPPR that never shows up and never does anything, nobody in the club gets the information if you just send it to one person.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly. I know we just lost the VPPR in one of our clubs, so yep, very true.
Yeah, and I mean, really we're all responsible for the marketing, whether we do it ourselves or we inspire our VP of PRs to actually, I think it's helpful to communicate. And I would say at times I felt like even in my own club, we may have failed our VP of PR by not providing expectations. So I think that I feel more comfortable in addressing the officers, the officer group as a whole, and including the district officer, so that we all know what's going on and we all know what we're communicating to the clubs.
Great. Thank you, Becky.
You bet.
Hi, Becky, this is Bala.
Hi, Bala.
Okay, question on the club website. So if you go to toastmasters.org, find a club, so a page comes up, right? So are you asking all the clubs to make sure that the information on the find a club page is accurate, and then believe there is a link from there to the club website, and then the club website itself should be updated up to the latest.
Definitely. You're talking about on the District 54 website and the list of clubs. We are aware that list is outdated, that we have lost clubs. We're working on what exactly we can do to make sure that list gets updated. And I want to say at this point, what we thought we might do is put a link there that would take it directly to Toastmasters International, how you can find clubs that are in your area through your zip code.
Exactly. I was referring to that. Through the zip code, if you find a club, the meeting dates, meeting location date, and the contact.
Yes.
If you want to send an email, I think that's very important, right? That's what somebody would look for, and then we need to make sure that those are accurate. Is that the first step? And then the club website itself should be having the latest information. And
yes, right. Primarily, the club website needs to be responsible for that, and we're not exactly sure what we're going to do on the website, but we do know that the clubs that are listed there is an inaccurate list, and we are working to get that rectified.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions?
Becky, one more question about we have a lot of corporate clubs, right? Say John Deere.
Yes.
So we are not really. So how would corporate clubs benefit from this marketing campaign? I have one answer. I want to hear from you. What do you think? How this will help corporate clubs?
Well, I think that people who work in your corporation will hopefully be exposed to that and in their personal lives, and see you as being the go-to kind of person, and providing you with the marketing materials. Even to your own corporate employees, you can use those as well.
Yeah, actually, we had a guest yesterday, John Deere. He never heard of our club, so I'm really hoping that more of our company employees will actually see this ad, in the local media and come to know about the club.
Bala, maybe there's some way for you to be able to. It's not a commercial, but maybe there'll be some way for you to be able to highlight that within your corporation. However it comes out.
We can do things within the corporation, right? Marketing campaign, but the one that you are doing, right? This advertising or in the newspaper and the TV. I think some of the employees would probably hear about our club through that media. Is what I'm hoping.
100%. I agree 100%, yes.
This is Dan Kybers. Many years ago, I started a corporate club in Florida at Tech Data, where I was at. And one of the things we were able to do was talk to HR and get them to put a little flyer in the employee orientation kit for when they hire new people.
Ooh, that is a good idea. Perhaps we could consider that. I think Yeah, I think HR is really keen in getting people started off on the right foot as they come into your organization.
Yeah, we do all that actually. We have an employee development conference every year. So we put out flyers there. We have a booth. So we do that kind of things. Yeah.
Awesome. Are there any other questions, thoughts, or comments?
Well, on behalf of District 54, Becky, thank you so very much for leading us through this very informative presentation. I think we all learned something, and we're all going to be updating our club websites, our SharePoint sites, and making sure that we're ready for the influx of new members that come in, and also getting our contacts with the appropriate media coordinators and media outlets in our areas to make sure that they are A, familiar with what Toastmasters is, and B, very willing to be able to publish any of our wonderful marketing material. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. And we'll be following up with an email coming out in the next short. So
I am going to be ending the recording at this time if there are no further questions.
thank you, Chris, for your help on this presentation.